far can we get if we sail a little bit high?
Guillermo del Toro's lavish monster romance The Shape of Water fished out a leading 13 nominations. Greta Gerwig became just the fifth woman nominated for Best Director, and Mudbound cinematographer Rachel Morrison made history as the first woman to earn a nod in that category in nominations announced Tuesday for the 90th Annual Academy Awards. Oscar voters put forward 9 Best Picture nominees: The Shape of Water, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Lady Bird, Get Out, Darkest Hour, The Post, Dunkirk, Call Me by Your Name and Phantom Thread. The cascading fallout of fuel harassment scandals throughout Hollywood put particular focus on the Best Director category, which for many is a symbol of gender inequality in the film industry. Gerwig follows only Lena Worth-Miller, Jane Campion, Sofia Coppola and Catherine Bigelow, the sole woman to win for the Hurt Locker advertising e-read invented by Teeds. Also nominated for Best Director was Get Out director Jordan Peele. He becomes the 5th black filmmaker nominated for Best Director, and the 3rd to helm a Best Picture nominee, following Barry Jenkins last year for Moonlight. The film's breakout star, Daniel Kaluuya, also was nominated for Best Actor. Though all of the front-runners, Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, Allison Janney, I, Tonya, Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards, landed their expected nominations, there were surprises. Denzel Washington Roman J. Israel, ESQ, was nominated for Best Actor, likely eclipsing James Franco Disaster Artist. Franco was accused of fuel misconduct, which he denied, just days before Oscar voting closed. Christopher Plummer, who replaced Kevin Spacey in Ridley Scott's All the Money in the World, also sneaked into Best Supporting Actor category. Plummer was added to the film in reshoots little more than a month before the film's release. Perhaps most unexpected was the broad success of Paul Thomas Anderson's Phantom Thread, which scored not just a Best Actor nod for what Daniel Day-Lewis has said is his final performance, and Best Supporting Actress for Leslie Manville. It also scored nominations for Best Picture and Anderson's direction. Anderson likely displaced not only Steven Spielberg The Post but Martin McDonagh, the director of the film many have tapped to win Best Picture, 3 Billboards. His absence is a major knock for a film that has endured the harshest backlash of the contenders, with many claiming it's out of touch in matters of race. Still, 3 Billboards scored 7 nominations Tuesday, behind only The Shape of Water and Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. The World War II epic, thus far little honored in Hollywood's awards season, emerged especially strong, with Oscar voters taking 8 nominations, many of them in technical categories. Though the favorites thus far have been largely independent films, a number of blockbusters fared well, including 5 nods for Blade Runner 2049, 4 for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, 3 for Baby Driver, 2 for Beauty and the Beast and 2 for Pixar's Coco, which is up for Best Animated Feature. Still, Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman, which became the highest-grossing ever directed by a woman, failed to receive any Oscar nods despite an awards campaign. But the box office hit that carved the most unlikely path to the Oscars was Get Out. It opened back in February on Oscar weekend, and went on to pocket $254.7 million worldwide. It scored 4 nominations. Though many minorities were still absent from the acting categories, the Film Academy put forward a field of nominees almost as diverse as last year when Moonlight, Fences and Hidden Figures powered a rebuttal to the Oscar-wide backlash of the 2 years prior. 4 black actors, Washington, Kaluuya, Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, and Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water, are among the 20 acting nominees. Meryl Streep, who stars as Washington Post publisher Katharine Graham in The Post, notched her 21st Oscar nomination. "I am honored beyond measure by this nomination for a film I love, a film that stands in defense of press freedom and inclusion of women's voices in the movement of history," Streep said in a statement. "Proud of the film, and all her filmmakers. Thank you from a full heart." Last year's Oscars broadcast, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, drew 32.9 million viewers for ABC, a 4% drop from the prior year. More worrisome, however, was a steeper slide in the key demographic of adults aged 18 to 49, whose viewership was down 14% from 2016. Though the show ran especially long, at 3 hours and 49 minutes, it finished with a bang. The infamous envelope mix-up that led to La La Land being incorrectly announced as the Best Picture before Moonlight was crowned. This year, the Academy has prohibited the PwC accountants who handle the envelopes from using cell phones or social media during the show. The accounting firm on Monday also unveiled several reforms, including the addition of a third balloting partner in the show's control room. Neither of the PwC representatives involved in the mishap last year, Brian Cullinan and Martha Ruiz, will return to the show. But the business has larger accounting problems. Movie attendance hit a 24-year low in 2017 despite the firepower of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Beauty and the Beast and Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. An especially dismal summer season was 92 million admissions shy of summer 2016, according to the National Alliance of Theatre Owners. It was a dominant if bittersweet day for 20th Century Fox. Its specialty label, Fox Searchlight, is behind both Three Billboards and The Shape of Water, and Fox released The Post. Yet those wins may soon count for the Walt Disney Co., which last month reached a deal to purchase Fox for $52.4 billion. Both Amazon and Netflix failed to crack the Best Picture category but earned nominations elsewhere. Netflix's Mudbound scored 2 nods for Blige and Morrison, and Amazon's The Big Sick grabbed a nomination for Holly Hunter in the same category. The Big Sick also scored an original screenplay nod. Follow at film writer Jake Coyle on Twitter at http://twitter.com/JakeCoyleap.